If you've been paying any attention to the job market, you know tech skills are hot. You've seen the headlines. Skills like artificial intelligence, data science, and cybersecurity are in high demand, and if you're learning those, you are on the right track. Companies are desperate for people who can build, manage, and protect their digital everything. The demand for data scientists alone is projected to grow a whopping 36% between 2023 and 2033. But here's the truth that gets lost in all that noise. The single most valuable, most sought-after skill that top companies are fighting for isn't just about what you can do with a machine. It's not a line of code, an algorithm, or a cloud certification on its own. It's about combining that raw technical power with a specific and deeply human insight that makes you not just useful, but completely irreplaceable. This isn't about choosing to be a tech person or a people person anymore. That's an outdated model for a world that doesn't exist. The new economy, the one being built right now, is run by people who have mastered both. In this video, I'm going to break down the exact combination of tech and insight that creates this elite hybrid skill. And more importantly, I'll show you exactly how you can start building it for free, starting today. Section 1. Deconstruct the myth. The problem and agitation. For years, the career advice was simple, right? Learn to code, get a job. Then it was learn data science, get a better job. Now it's master AI and you'll be set for life. And so the gold rush began. Millions of ambitious people are flooding online courses and boot camps, all chasing the same technical certifications. And while that initiative is awesome, they're unknowingly walking straight into a trap. The trap is commoditization. When you focus only on the technical part, becoming a great Python programmer or a whiz with machine learning models, you're developing an incredibly valuable but incomplete skill set. You become an expert in the what and the how. You can build the app, run the analysis, and optimize the system. But you're also competing with a global and ever-growing pool of talent that can also do the what and the how. You become a cog in the machine. A highly skilled, maybe even well-paid cog, but a cog nonetheless. You're a resource to be deployed. The flip side of the coin is just as dangerous. This is the person who focuses only on soft skills. They pride themselves on communication, leadership, and strategic thinking, but have a fear of the technical details. They can articulate a vision, but they don't understand the fundamental mechanics of how that vision gets built. They talk about leveraging data, but can't really read a dashboard or question how the numbers were crunched. This person is all strategy, no substance. They risk becoming obsolete because their ideas are ungrounded in what's technologically possible. Both of these paths lead to a dead end. The pure technician risks being outsourced or eventually automated by a smarter system. The pure strategist risks becoming irrelevant, their ideas ignored because they can't connect with the people who actually build the future. This is the core anxiety of the modern professional, the fear of being replaceable. The solution isn't to pick a lane, it's to build a bridge between them. Section 2. The reveal. The solution. The number one skill, the one that makes you indispensable in 2025 and beyond, is becoming professionally bilingual. And no, I'm not talking about English and Spanish. I'm talking about achieving fluency in the two languages that run the modern world, the language of technology and the language of human insight.
Think about what it means to be truly bilingual. It's more than just knowing vocabulary. You get the grammar, the syntax, the culture, the idioms, the nuance. You don't just translate words, you translate meaning, context, and intent. The most sought-after professional of the next decade will be the person who can do this exact thing between the world of machines and the world of people. They can sit with a data science team in the morning and understand the nuances of their machine learning models, asking smart questions about data sources and algorithms. Then, in the afternoon, they can walk into a boardroom with execs who have zero tech background and explain the business implications of that model with a compelling story. They don't just present data, they build a narrative around it that leads to a clear, decisive action. This bilingual ability is the ultimate career moat. It makes you a multiplier. You don't just add value, you multiply the value of everyone around you. You make the tech team better by translating business needs into technical requirements. You make the leadership team better by translating technical capabilities into strategic opportunities. You are the connective tissue, the interpreter, the bridge. This isn't just a soft skill, it is a power skill. According to the World Economic Forum, analytical thinking is consistently ranked as a top skill by employers, and this bilingualism is the highest form of it in action. Section 3, the breakdown dissecting the hybrid skill. So, what does it actually mean to be fluent in these two languages? Let's break it down. Part 1, the language of technology. This is the foundational syntax of the modern economy. You don't have to be the world's best coder, but you need a high level of tech literacy. This is a deep understanding of the forces shaping our world. The core components include, first up, AI and data literacy. This one is non-negotiable. It's the ability to understand how algorithms work, what machine learning is good for, and just as importantly, what its limits are. You need to be able to look at a dashboard and not just see numbers, but see patterns, ask questions, and spot when a story is misleading. This includes familiarity with core concepts in data analysis, visualization, and the basics of how generative AI models work. Second, systems and cloud understanding. So much of our world runs on distributed systems in the cloud. You need a conceptual grasp of how this works. What's an API? What does it mean for an app to be scalable? How do platforms like AWS or Azure form the backbone of modern business? Understanding these fundamentals helps you know what's possible versus what's difficult, saving countless hours on misguided projects. Third, cybersecurity awareness. As everything moves online, security is everything. Every employee is now part of a company's defense system. Understanding the basics, like recognizing phishing attempts, the importance of data privacy, and the risks of digital tools, is a critical skill that employers are actively looking for. Mastering this language isn't about becoming a developer overnight. It's about building a strong enough foundation to have an intelligent conversation with the people who are. It's about knowing the right questions to ask and understanding the answers you get. Part 2, the language of human insight. This is the language of meaning, motivation, and influence. It's what ensures that powerful technology is aimed at the right problems and used in a way that people can actually embrace. This is where you separate yourself from the machines. The core components here are timeless. First is analytical and creative thinking. The World Economic Forum identifies both of these as crucial skills for the future, and it's not a contradiction. Analytical thinking is deconstructing a complex problem. Creative thinking is putting the pieces back together in a new, innovative way to find a solution. It's about seeing a business challenge, analyzing the data behind it, using your tech fluency, and then generating novel ideas to solve it. Second is communication and storytelling. This is probably the most critical multiplier. You can have the most brilliant technical insight in the world, but if you can't explain it clearly and persuasively to a non-technical audience, it's worthless. Effective communication is consistently at the top of every employer's wish list. This means more than clarity, it's empathy, understanding your audience and tailoring your message to them. It's about turning complex data into a simple, compelling story that drives action. And finally, leadership and social influence. This isn't about your job title. Leadership is about inspiring action and guiding teams through uncertainty. Companies desperately need people who can manage change, build consensus, and influence others without relying on direct authority. This requires high emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage emotions in yourself and others, which is the foundation of trust and collaboration. When you weave these two languages together, you create a powerful feedback loop. Your tech savvy makes your strategic insights more realistic and powerful. Your human insight ensures that technology is applied ethically and for maximum impact. You become the indispensable bridge. Section 4, the how-to, actionable steps. This might sound like a huge task, but you can start building this bilingual skill set today for free. Here are 4 practical strategies you can use immediately. First, start a translation project. The best way to learn a language is to use it. Find a public data set on a topic you care about: climate change, urban development, public health. Use free tools like Google Sheets or a basic Python script to analyze it. That's your tech practice. Then, your real challenge is to translate what you found for a general audience. Write a blog post, create a short video, or design an infographic that tells a compelling story with that data. This one project forces you to exercise both muscles at once. Second, become the official team translator. Volunteer for opportunities to be the bridge on your team. If you're a tech person, offer to present the team's progress to the marketing or sales department. Focus on translating the what we did into why this matters to you. If you're from a non-tech background, ask to sit in on technical planning meetings. Your goal isn't to contribute code, but to listen and ask the dumb questions that are actually brilliant, like, can you help me understand the goal of this feature from a user's perspective? Or, what's the biggest risk here that the business team might not see? By actively taking this role, you train your brain to think bilingually. Third, conduct cross-functional interviews. Spend 30 minutes a week talking to someone in your company who does a job you don't understand. If you're in marketing, grab coffee with a data engineer. If you're a programmer, chat with someone from customer support. Don't talk about your own work. Ask them 3 simple questions. What's the hardest part of your job? What's the most misunderstood part of your work? And what's one thing you wish the rest of the company knew about what you do? This builds massive empathy and gives you a ground level understanding of the entire business, a critical component of strategic thinking. Fourth, curate a bilingual information diet. Be intentional about what you consume. Don't just read tech blogs or business strategy books. Mix them. Follow a data scientist on social media who is great at visualization, and also follow a CEO known for their communication skills. Read a detailed analysis of a new AI feature, then read an article about the market psychology it's tapping into. By constantly exposing yourself to both languages, you'll naturally start to see the connections and operate as a strategic bilingual professional. Developing this hybrid skill is a journey, but it's the single most effective way to future-proof your career. The concepts we've talked about today are the foundation. If you want to go deeper with more actionable strategies on how to build career capital, navigate the future of work, and become indispensable in your field, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I drop new videos every week that break down the exact tactics you need to succeed. Conclusion. So, what's the number one skill companies want this year? It's not just AI. It's not just communication. It's the powerful, rare, and incredibly valuable synergy of the two. It is the mastery of professional bilingualism. The future doesn't belong to the pure technologist or the pure strategist. It belongs to the translators, the connectors, the people who can stand with one foot in the world of data and machines and the other in the world of human emotion and behavior, and bridge the two. By learning to speak the language of technology and the language of human insight, you stop being just another skilled employee. You become an architect of value. You become the person who can not only see the future, but can also rally the people and deploy the technology needed to build it. That is a skill no machine will ever replicate, and it will make you one of the most valuable professionals in any room you choose to enter. Start building it today.